On the right side of the steering wheel, you have a couple of things here. The first one is going to be your cruise control. So to turn your cruise control on, you press this button. And then notice how some animation turns up between the tachometer and speedometer. So you see a car, a couple of lane markings, you see dash MPH. And what that dash MPH is your set cruise control once you get onto the freeway or onto the road and start to set it. You'll see a little bit of animation up top, but the most important stuff that we see is right here. So if I wanted to adjust how far I was from the lead vehicle, if I were to set my cruise control, I'm going to use these buttons right here. So this changes it to the furthest distance marking, and the down arrow changes it to the shortest distance marking. Now at a speed of 60 miles per hour, if we're following at this distance, this one distance marking, we're at about 100 feet. If we lengthen the distance to 4 distance markings, we're at about 200 feet from the lead vehicle. And that's at an example of 60 miles per hour. So it tells you what your stopping distance would be, or your following distance from that vehicle. You would have enough stopping distance to be able to keep yourself at the shortest distance. I typically like to keep it at about 2 to make sure that I have enough following distance in between us, but not so much that somebody ends up cutting me off. So that's how you use the adaptive part of your cruise control. To set it, it's very easy. You go back to your toggle and you can pull down on the toggle to set it. If you'd like to adjust the speed, that's why you see a plus and a minus, so you can go up or down. Now if I go up and I've set myself at, let's say it was 52 to start with, and I hit the up, it's going to bring me to 55, then to 60, then to 65. So it's using 5-mile increments. If I wanted to manually do 1-mile increments, I would pull up on the toggle and hold it as opposed to flicking. So if I pull up and hold, it's going to go by 1-mile increments, and then I can start to adjust it 1, 2, 3, and so on. Same thing with down. Same operation. Now some people will ask if you can use regular cruise control, and you certainly could. I don't know why you would, since this is so smart. It's actually slowing you down and adapting to the speed of the vehicle in front of you. But if you wanted to do so, you can press and hold either the down or the up button. And then it changes it into a standard cruise control that you might be more accustomed to. So those are some of the things on the left side, or the right side spoke. Right here, you're going to see lane keeping assist and lane centering. So if I turn on this function, notice how some gray lines turn up and the icon turns up on the tachometer. What it's doing is it's using lane markings to see how far you are from a lead vehicle, or lane markings to try to keep you within the lanes. You have to be going over 37 miles an hour for this function to really work. If you have your cruise control set and you have the lane centering on, it's also using the data of the vehicle in front of it. So how far you are from the lead vehicle and where that vehicle is in relation to the lanes. It's going to center itself behind the vehicle as well as between the lanes. So that is just a little bit smarter than lane keeping assist. It's called lane centering. Just below that, on some of our vehicles, you're going to see sport and intelligent. Everybody asks me about this. If I select intelligent, see how it didn't do anything? It's already in that intelligent mode, I. If I switch it to sport or SI drive, it starts to go, you can actually see the arc of what's happening with the acceleration. Let me switch it back. See how you see a flattened blue line? And here you see a little bit of an arc with a yellow line. This is giving you a sort of an idea of what's going to happen with your acceleration if you were to hit the gas, say a little bit harder, getting onto the freeway or such. So just giving you a little bit more torque to get up to speed. And that's the right side spoke.